Well, welcome to Cincinnati.
Thanks. I'm happy to be in Cincinnati.
13 days.
13 days.
In a battleground state. How do you feel like your trip here today will help your mom's campaign?
Well, I hope my trip today will do a couple of things. One, help people realize, if they don't already, that you can already vote in Ohio, that there's early voting 7 days a week. So if you want to wait until Election Day, you can. But if it's easier for you to vote earlier, you can do that as well. And the second, just to continue to highlight what's at stake in this election. And I think everything's at stake in this election, including our values. So I hope I helped just raise awareness about early voting and just made the case a little bit more strongly for why I'm such a strong supporter of my mom's.
Why do you believe that early voting will help your guys' campaign and cause so well?
Well, I think voting should be easy. I mean, I certainly believe that if people think about what's at stake in this election, in their own lives, for their families, for our future, that they'll support my mom. So I think the more people who come out, the stronger we'll do here in Ohio and across the country. I also just think that it's important for our democracy that everyone be heard. So I hope that making voting easier will enable more people to participate in this and in every election.
Ohio's a battleground state. Swing state often. How important is these final days, do you believe? And what is the campaign seeing and hearing about the state of Ohio in this battle?
Well, I think it's clear that we're taking Ohio very seriously. I mean, my mom was here a few days ago. I'm here today. I go from Cincinnati on to Cleveland and Columbus. And we're just going to keep making the case about what's at stake for voters across the country, including here in Ohio. I mean, whatever issue you care most about, we all care intensely about probably different things, but whether it's the economy or paid family medical leave or higher education, affordability, or health care, it's all on the ballot. So I hope just to be able to continue to make that case over the next 13 days, including here in Ohio.
What do you think about our areas, the city of Cincinnati, the Tri-State here? Childhood poverty is a very important deal. Jobs are a very important deal. What are you hearing from voters?
Well, what I am hearing from voters is pretty similar to what I heard in the questions at our event just now. I mean, people concerned about their kids' health, concerned about opportunities for their kids, concerned about Social Security, and concerned about our values. And I'm grateful that you asked the question you did, focused on our kids, because I think every election is more about our children than anyone else, because hopefully they're going to live in the future for longer. And we have to do more to be investing in our schools to help tackle child poverty, tackle child hunger, and give kids more opportunities.
I was interested in the way today played out. You spoke very briefly, but then you took questions. Is that an important, strategy or concept for you when you're on these campaign rallies?
Well, it's what I like to do. I mean, that comes from me, not from the campaign. Because if I'm answering questions, I know I'm at least talking about something that one person cares about, and hopefully it's more representative of what kind of people in the audience might care about. So that's pretty typical. I talk for a few minutes, and then I just open it up and let people ask questions. And I was asked a question today that I'd never been asked, where a man asked about over-medication of children. And given we now have studies that say, in some areas of our country, maybe up to 80% of kids who've gotten treated for ADHD don't have it, that is a real issue in our country. And I was just so struck that he asked that question, that I hadn't heard it before, and I got the chance to talk about what my mom would do about that.
I wonder, you're in the political arena now, and you basically have been your whole life. Will you run for office one day?
I don't have any plans to. I think about it, and I would hope that anyone who feels called to make a difference in the world thinks about it. But I think to run for public office, you have to have a clear view of what you would do with the job you're running for, and think you could hopefully do that job, and that you would do a better job than whoever has the job today. And right now, from my city councilwoman up to my president, I'm really well represented. But if that were to change, I'd have to think about that question and see if it would make sense for me and my family at that time.
It's your mom's birthday.
It is her birthday.
How are you going to celebrate?
I'm going to get to see her later tonight. She's going to come see her grandkids, give her a big hug.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. I think it answers all my questions. I
Great.
appreciate it.
All right. Yeah. Thank you so much.
All right, Chuck.
Thank you.